This is to certify that Movie Chats has been classified for live streaming.
Oh, how is everybody? Thanks for joining us. I was sort of semi hoping that Steve might be here tonight because he messaged me at dinner time saying that they were hoping to leave from where he was earlier, but I've not heard anything back off him, so I'm guessing he's still travelling. How is everybody? Hope you're all well. Welcome to Movie Chats. God knows what's going to happen tonight. It might be a bit of chaos. Hi Pat. Hi Sharon. Hope you're well. Got 6 people watching, so if you're in there, please comment and let us say hello. Let's have a look. I hope everybody's well. Oh, what a week. Nice and quiet. Hey, Lindsay and Alvin. How you doing? Oh, bless. Thank you for joining us, everyone. Really appreciate it. Just trying to see what was on the chat. Yeah, I'm okay, Sharon. I'm not too bad. I'm a bit shattered. Leo obviously wasn't well over the weekend, which was a bit of a nightmare because he doesn't like taking antibiotics and he doesn't understand that he has to take them. And then Lou started with it on Sunday, so Lou's got tonsillitis as well, so she's not been well. So they've definitely kept me busy, but they're on the mend now, which is the main thing. Yeah, like I say, they're on the mend. As soon as Leo started getting his antibiotics, he was fine. He's still bouncing around, but he did feel sorry for himself first couple of days. Bless him. Hey, Tonks. But then, like I say, Lou started with it, and she's prone to tonsillitis, so she got it quite bad. But no, Lou's been at work today. Leo's been at school, so I've sat down and watched Quiet on the Western Front, which I've been looking forward to watching for a while. That wasn't a bad movie. It's really sort of visually it's really a good visual movie. And then I watched like the making of it. I think it was on Netflix, so I watched like the making of it afterwards, which was really good as well. But it's definitely worth it if you like your war films. It's a really good movie. I put on. I'll tell you what. I'll go through this a bit quickly, but I went and I did some trading the other day and picked up the 4Ks of the 4Ks and Blu-rays of the Jurassic World and Jurassic Parks. Anyway, Lou loves Jurassic Parks. We put that on last night on 4K, and that was really, really good. There's a couple of scenes where it doesn't look like they've done anything with it, but the rest of it was really enjoyable. But yeah, it looks really good that on the TV. How's everybody been then? We had a good week. We still watched anything good? There we go. Okay. What I'm going to do is Sarah. Hey, hey Sarah. Hey, reading movies. I'll put this in the chat if anybody wants to pop on. I'm not going to have the same structure as usual tonight. But you're quite welcome to come have a chat if you want. Pardon me. But other than that, I picked up a few bits this week. I'll quickly go through them. So these were a couple of quid in a charity shop. I probably don't remember it, to be honest with you, but I managed to pick up series 1 to 3 of Robin of Sherwood. So these are definitely sort of 90s cheese. I just saw the Richard O'Brien on it. I was like, I'm going to get them. I don't particularly remember him too much, but there is a couple of big names in it. I think what's he called? I'll think of his name in a minute. Anyway, I picked them up. The Gentleman. Not sure what to. I enjoyed The Gentleman, to be honest with you. I think. Hey Kevin, thanks for joining us, mate. I wish I was in Florida myself. To be fair, it's lovely out there. Yeah, I like Guy Ritchie movies, but pardon me, The Gentleman, I did enjoy it. I like the bit where he's chasing after the kids for the phone. That's quite a good scene. But yeah, it took me a while to get used to the um, Hugh Grant's character, but then I enjoyed it after I got used to him. We watched a random movie called Bear the other night. Okay, that seems a bit weird. Okay, but yeah, so well, let's go with these. So the other ones I picked up. Like I said, I did some trading on that one. I found this in a charity shop, which is Wolf. I remember this from the 90s. It was a good movie, but it's on a PH. Is it Indicator? Yeah, Indicator. So I picked that one up because I do remember that one. This one, I saw a trailer for it. This was in a CX in Newark, which was the Neon Demon. First time I've ever been to that one, and it was a bit. It's from the director of Drive, and it was a bit small for my liking. But Everest, that was only a couple of quid on 4K, so I'm looking forward to watching that. This is another one I like on. I like the movie anyway, but I think it's going to look really good in 4K, which is Bad Times at the El Royale. Hey Baz, this one I had on pre-order. It took a while to get here, but eventually. But This England, the little mini series that they did. I like Kenneth Branagh, but I enjoyed it. It's quite an insight into what happened over COVID. I'll pick them ones up. Now this one, unfortunately, this one cost me a fortune. However, I was having a look the other night, and one of the most iconic movies for me was The Godfather. So obviously I've got a couple of versions of it. One of them I've just traded in for the Jurassic World. But it's a Godfather Steelbook. 50th anniversary. Now, this one for me, I did a bit of research beforehand, and I think they were last remastered in like 2007. There was a few bits that they did on it work-wise, but but because of the 50th anniversary, they've remastered it again. So apparently it looks really, really good. So I wanted to pick up this one. Similar to the I've got Rocky 4. That one's on pre-order for the Steelbook, so that's another Steelbook to my collection. So I picked up that one, and then obviously it does the little suggested things, which they were all knocked down by a few quid, which I don't know if that makes a blind bit of difference, but I still ended up getting The Godfather Part 2. Again, the actual back of the Steelbooks look really good, but that's just the cover on it at the minute. So obviously I've not opened them yet, but obviously the Godfather Part 2, and then I can't not get Godfather Part 3 then, can I? So I've ended up I went from getting one film to getting all three of them on Steelbook. Granted, obviously these are one of my favourite series of movies. I'm sure the quality will be absolutely awesome. That is the Coda one, by the way. I'm not sure yet whether it's got the original on there as well, but I've kept this one. I've kept this one just in case. So that's the trilogy again. So I've kept that one just in case because obviously I like the original of the last one. But yeah, that very quickly spiraled from a £20 purchase to a nearly £60 purchase. So that was my big buy for this week. But then, like I say, I did manage to take in some trading, so I managed to get the Jurassic Park set for about 10 quid. So that wasn't too bad. I'm not sure, Sharon, to be honest with you. I'll put it this way. I order the cases for them at 25, a pack of 25, and I must have ordered 5 of them so far, and I've run out. So I've definitely got over 125 Steelbooks now. Which wasn't the aim when I started them, but I mean they're lovely, they are. But the quality of the movies is what I'm on about. No, it doesn't, Lana. And your other half needs to message me back because I don't know what the X going on. He said he was leaving about dinner time, leaving me to it. Is he having a night off or what? Let's have a look. Rocky IV. Yeah, that's why I've got that one, to be honest with you. Plus, as I said on a previous live, was the Rocky IV Steelbook one I've ordered. It has the director's cut on it, which was the one that went to the cinemas about a year ago or so. So I'm gonna be able to sort of watch either or, which I've not seen the director's cut. Hey Monkey Thrifter, hope you're well, mate. Watch The Good Light. Yeah, that one was a good one. That surprised me, that movie. I think it was one of the ones that we had on the wheel. But I ended up buying it not long after because I really enjoyed it. Pardon me. Where is it? But yeah, it was one of those movies where I didn't have a lot of anticipation going into it, but then I actually really enjoyed it. Pardon me. Lazy so Steve. This is what I'm saying, Sharon. I think he's having a night off doing his hair. Maybe I'm not sure, but yeah. But I thought, after Chris made a cock of himself the other night on his live, saying that I was just trying to make excuses that I weren't going to turn up here when it wasn't me that was poorly in the first place. So now I've got Steve not turning up either. You will have to let me know if. Yeah, I will do. Absolutely. I don't know if I'll be able to get. I want to do more. Yeah. All right. Long drive. Okay, Steve. Thank you for joining. Yeah, I want to do some more reviews of movies, but I just need to get into the routine of doing it. To be honest with you, and I see some of the ones that people do, and I'm like, I'm not at that level yet. You know what I mean? So I want to make sure that I do it right. Oh, thanks, Sharon. I want to make sure that I do it right rather than half-assed. I'm sure the first couple they'll be absolutely terrible, but Steve just keeps telling me to get on with it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, exactly. It's nice. It's nice to see you, Steve. Nice to see you. But yeah, other than that, I keep falling asleep during movies at the minute, which I'm not used to doing. So I'm watching them twice. The one today, I ended up falling asleep about half an hour into it. But I don't know what it is. I just keep bloody sleeping during the day. Must be getting old. The new Scream movie out this week. To be honest with you, I've seen the trailers for it. I don't know. I quite like the Scream movies. I think the last one wasn't too bad either, so I'm looking forward to it. I'll see what happens to it. I'll definitely get round to watching it because, like I said, I've got all the rest of them anyway. You cheeky. Yeah, here he goes again. Yeah, thanks, mate. I don't know what it is. I must be getting old, or I don't know. Mind you, I am having broken sleep at the minute, so it's not helping. What's that? It's harder to make a YouTube video. Huh? Yeah, sorry, I froze there for a second. Yeah, this is it. I mean, I usually tend to just ramble on for 5 minutes and what. I want to make sure they look a bit better, So it's important to me that you guys get a decent quality video. One second. But like I say, as regards to the Scream, yeah, I love the Scream franchises. They have been good. I prefer the first couple, obviously, over the rest of them. But I think that's because that was sort of the sweet spot of when I was watching movies in the like the 90s and early 2000s. Well, this is it, Chris. Hi, by the way. Yeah, you can see I'm here. I'm not using any excuses. I am here, and I'm not poorly, Chris. Just to clarify. He's because he messaged and said he was going to be home for sort of dinner. He was looking to leave about dinner time. They said it was a 3-hour journey the other day. I think he was probably mistaken. What's that? Where we are here in the background, but a busy day dealing with. No, that's fine. Facebook scammers, bloody hell. Yeah. I suppose it's not nice, but no problem, Kathy. Thank you for joining. I hope you get it sorted out. Yeah. Mm, that's But yeah, it'd be interesting to see. There's quite a few movies out this month, isn't there? Hey AJ, there's quite a few movies out this month. I just I don't know if you've missed it, mate. I'll quickly just mention them again, just for your sake. I went and got some steelbooks from Amazon. I thought you might like them. The Godfather 1, 2, and 3. Looking forward to watching them, AJ. But yeah, it's like I said, there's quite a few movies out. I mean, I know there's a lot for me to try, and I need to have a look at what I want to buy over the next month, because obviously we've got the meetup on the 25th. 25th, I think that's right. Yeah, and then I've got we're going down to London on the 31st for our wedding anniversary to watch Phantom of the Opera. Because we'd organised it a couple of years back for Manchester, because it was easy because my family were up there, so we could just leave Little Un with them. But then COVID kicked in and it got cancelled, so we ended up having to wait. And then they've not carried on the tour, so the only one to go to is the one in London. So that's where we're off to at the end of March. Just watched the new Ant-Man. I want to watch the Ant-Man the new Ant-Man, because I enjoyed the first couple, but I think maybe there's a lot of reviews on it that are quite negative. So I'll make my own judgment, because there's movies that have been critically panned that I quite enjoy, and there's some cheesiness in some of them that I don't mind. But we'll see. It's not. I'd try and stay away from them. That's now finished. No, it's annoying. It's so annoying. PayPal sorted it, so we're not out of pocket. That's good. That's really good. But he's very angry. Yeah, I think the thing is obviously I won't get a chance to go to the cinemas to watch it, unfortunately. So I'll definitely have to wait until it comes out. But then I've been saying that nowadays we're not waiting anywhere near as long as we used to for movies to be available, are we? So I suppose that's one good thing nowadays. But I'll definitely pick it up, because it'll be part of the collection for the Marvel stuff that I've got. This is it. The irony of that. The irony of that. And like I say, Steve's another one. He is very similar to me sometimes. Hey Matt, he tends to enjoy the same sort of movies every so often. So yeah, if it's a Marvel movie and he's enjoyed it, I think I'll pretty much be safe with that. Kathy. Okay. Have you got a small lamp? Well, actually, one of the pops I've got, I'll show you. Technically, yeah, I have. So one of the pops I've got, he's got a small lamp man in. That little guy there. That's pretty cool. I've had that a while now. They're all very, very carefully poised up there, so I try not to knock them off. Maybe you can see them. I'll try not to knock them off, because I was sat here the other night and some just fell. Some of them fell down. I weren't even doing anything at the time. Yeah, the ant side. Yeah, this is it. I thought it was pretty cool at the time. But yeah, I've got a couple of them. I used to have absolutely loads. I got rid of them in the end. I sold loads of them off. In fact, I remember one guy travelling down from near Scotland just to pick about 30 of them up. Hey, it's all right, Matt. It's like I say, it's not massive. In the old house, I used to have like a whole wall full of them, but I just got to a point where I didn't want them anymore. I had one of the ones I did have was a blue Heisenberg one, which was worth a bit of money. Hey, Cherry. I wish I'd not got rid of it, but he did. But I did in the end. Oh, cheers, Sharon. Oh, Jesus. One sec. 1 second. Mm, I need my juice. I'm talking too much, so I'm just asked Lou to bring it up. We'll see what happens. They take up a lot of room. Yeah, and that's it. I mean, obviously, the thing is, man, I'm not a sort of person who likes to take things out of boxes. So, I had literally a wall of them, and yeah, I was looking at them after a while, and I was like, I just don't want all of these anymore. So a lot of these I've kept. They're the ones that people have bought me, or I've found on the whim. So I've got a few of them from when, because the thing is, when people realise that you're collecting stuff like that, it's like the first thing they go to do when they go to buy. So whenever it comes to a birthday or Christmas or anything like that, I end up getting another pop figure. So I just got to a point where I was like, nah, it's hey, Video Tasties. I just thought, no, I'm not collecting them anymore. There's far too many of them. But like I said, I did quite well out of them. I got some good deals, so it weren't too bad. But I think I generally bought a collection off somebody else and then sold that collection on when I'd finished with it, sort of thing. But yeah, they're not too shabby. Hey, no. Sorry, just reading through the comments. So, I mean, the thing is that tonight is just a general sort of conversation, really. If anybody wants to have a chat, or like I say, you can always pop on if you want to pop on. But if you've got any questions for me, then feel free to ask, because I can try and keep up with the chat when me and Steve are usually on. The chat sort of keeps going along while we're talking, so. I'm not a pop, but I am tempted by the Black Series Han Solo. Oh, I bet that's nice. Black Series. I think the Black Series are the good ones, aren't they? Of the Star Wars figures. That's not something I've seen though yet. That and Endor. I've not watched that yet. It's on there to watch, but I've just not got around to it. So the problem with me at the minute is I really can't sit down for very long without actually having to get up and do something. So it's and when I do sit down, I fall asleep. So I try and watch where I can. I think if there's anything else I watched. Not sort of movie related, but I started watching Inside Our Autistic Minds, which was on BBC Two on catch up. My mum had recommended it the other night, so I started watching that. And that was pretty good. There's only 2 episodes of it, but it really sort of gives an insight into autism, which was quite good. Yes, and Price Endor is one. Is who the treasures? Oh, okay. I have got far too much stuff in this room as it is, to be honest with you. I picked up. I don't know if I'd shown these, but I picked these up the other day. These were like £1 each, so I got a nice little R2D2 clock thing. I think it's got the projector on it actually. I think it's got a projector. So it's a projector on it, and that is that got a year on it? Nope, no, it doesn't. And then I think it's a voice recording thing, if I remember rightly, of 3CPO. Again, no date on it at all, but they were £1 each, so I was having them. I did put up another shelf this week because I've been waiting for another white one. So I've got another shelf down the bottom there now. I literally can't get any more shelves on that, to be honest. Sorry, it's a bit all over the show, this camera, innit? So all my TV series, well, most of them anyway. Oh, where am I going? There we go. It's like some sort of weird cam. I've just watched the first episode of Any Good? Any Good, Matt? I've not watched it yet, but it is a series that I enjoy. Mandalorian. It's definitely the better of the ones. I used to have 3. Yeah, like I said, I'm sure I've had it before. I'm sure I have, but it's getting that bad that I went into charity shop and she was like, "Oh, I've literally just put these out and I knew you were going to have them." I was like, "Oh, cheers for that. Thanks. Let me buy more crap off you." But yeah, so I've got far too many bits. I was looking through some of the bags upstairs, upstairs in the loft the other day, because obviously a lot of the stuff from the old movie room in the old house is still up in the loft, because this is a smaller room essentially, and I've got so much stuff. It's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. But I did find time to put me purple 64 in its bag. So after I found this bag the other day and they charged me like £2 for it, I finally got round to putting my purple 64 in it. I'm chuffed with. Thank you. So yeah, it's all in there. Oh, let's see if there's anything else I picked up. Hey. Oh, actually, there was a couple of Blu-rays. Forgot about them. Basically, I went to a charity shop the other day and picked up some more bits. And I completely forgot. I got Ice-T The Repossession Live. That's on DVD. I got 3 of Elvis movies, the King Elvis movies. I got Beowulf and Grendel. That was £1, but that's got Gerard Butler in, so I thought I'd give that one a try. And then Downfall, which I've seen the memes for this many times on YouTube. But like I say, for £1, I was picking that up. I completely forgot about them, actually. What's that? What else was there? Nothing of any major value, really. Again, a couple of about 25p. I picked that one up. And then Chernobyl for 25p. I'll probably just trade this one in if unless somebody wants it. Because obviously I've got the Blu-ray of it. But I weren't leaving that in a charity shop for 25p. It's a great series. What should I say? It's based on a true story. Fight for Survival. Yeah, so I've been trying to, Lindsay and Alvin, I've been trying to collect a lot of the Elvis stuff. I have got loads scattered about everywhere. But this is Wild in the Country, Flaming Star, and Love Me Tender. So I think that was about £1, so I'm picking that up. And I've got that thing of his house up there. I know what's it called. What's it? Graceland. That's the one. Yeah, like I say, I've got the series. Ironically, not in eyesight at the minute. But yes, I have the series of Chernobyl, and it's where is it? Can't be far. That's going to annoy me now. I need to find it. I wouldn't have put it under C. But yeah, I've got the series of Chernobyl on Blu-ray now because I bought it a while back. But yeah, so I didn't want to leave that for 25p. I thought it might be a bit more worth to trade in, which it is. It's about £1 or something. But like I say, I might give it out at some point if somebody wants it, because it is a good series. Seen The Fall on Netflix. Oh yeah, Baz. I think I bought that. It's a bit of a cheesy movie, to be honest. But yeah, I definitely bought it. I remember buying it. It's up there somewhere. But yeah, if you've not seen The Fall, it's a turn your brain off music. Turn your brain off. Yeah, I do like Planet of the Apes. Hey up. Bloody hell. I'm sorry for the interruption, folks. I don't know who this guy is. He's some rando. Hello.
Oh, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad. You've got an echo now. What are you doing this time?
A bit.
What are you doing it on? Your internet's shit. Your internet is shit. Oh my god.
No, what's going on? Is it on my phone? Still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. I like that. Tell us what's going on.
Bloody hell. Yeah, I do. Oh, that's nice of you, Lindsay and Alvin. No, it's okay. I've got them. To be honest with you, I'd love to take it off your hands, but I have already got them. That's very nice of you, though. I'd love to have more offers like that, but yeah, might save me a bit of money then. But no, I've got where are they? I've got the set, which is here somewhere. I don't know where it is, but yes, I do have them. I've got the newer ones just down there, and then I've got the box set somewhere else. But yeah, I've got them. Thank you. What's that one? Man Called Otto sounds good. Just watch it. Yeah, I've seen the trailer for that. It doesn't look too bad at all, does it? Again, it'll be another one that I get to see afterwards, I think, to be honest. It's always, Lindsay and Alvin, honestly, it's always worth just messaging me. I don't mind paying for stuff if you've got something that I fancy.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better now, mate.
I wasn't on Chrome. I went on Google, but not Chrome.
All right. So how was your journey?
It was all right. Yeah. Depending on what time that you leave Glasgow, you get stuck at Charing Cross, then you get stuck at Lancaster, and then you get stuck at Runcorn.
So okay, so this was sort of, you weren't planning on being stuck in traffic so long. Did you actually get out when you said you were going to get out though?
I got out about 3, 3:45.
Okay, so no then.
So yeah, you know what they're like. Well, we're not going to keep you all day, and then before you realise it, we've kept you all day.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, we're definitely not going to keep you all day. Honestly, guys.
Yeah. So drove up to Glasgow yesterday morning, had a 2-day meeting, and drove back this afternoon. So stayed overnight. Joys of work, eh? I suppose.
Hey Neil.
Hey, I tell you what, those Godfather box sets look quite cool.
Mate, honestly, I was literally sat there the other night going, right, shall I just get the one? I'll get the one. That's all I want, just number one. Plus, I'd done a bit of research and it had said that they'd really sort of cleaned it up because of the 50th anniversary. So I was like, yeah, I'll get it. And then it had that little suggestions at the bottom, and I'm like, oh, that's gone down from 25 to like 20. That's a massive saving, And I was like, oh, I'll just get number 2. I'm not really bothered about number 3. I'll get number 2. And then I was like, if I was sat here with both of them, I'd be killing myself that I didn't have the third one. So I got the remastered ones from like 2022. Oh, sorry, no, 2007 or whatever it was. I took them in for trade. I got about £8, and then I got a £5 for the Coda one that I bought.
Well, I was having a look on the CEX website, and Glasgow's got 3 CEXs.
Oh,
so I was like, right, Union Street, Sucky Hall, and Forge. So I'm like, right, next time I go, because I've got to go back up again on the 22nd. So the next time I go up, we're going up on the Tuesday night, and coming back on the Wednesday. I might end up at the 3 CXs in Glasgow for after work, and just seeing what we've got.
Me off for disappearing there when I went out.
Yeah.
So I've got a question, right? Because my mum asked me the other day, because obviously we're going up to we're going down to London, and it didn't cross my mind, but my mum was like, why don't you guys go on the train? I was like, well, we'll just drive down, it's not a problem. So, if you drive down though, you're going to end up with all these different congestion charges and all that nuts. So I'm still in the dark as to whether or not it's best to sort of go on the train or to drive down.
Well, the train's more expensive than driving, so you've got to weigh up how much it's going to cost on the train compared to your fuel, the congestion charge, your parking, and having the car at your convenience. No, we just went. I went out for a meeting, Tonks, and I just ended up staying in the hotel. We stayed at the William Street Hilton. So we didn't really do much, but it was a long day for me because, like I said, we drove up there for an early start meeting. So
what time did you set off?
Set off about 5:30.
Bloody hell!
So set off.
Say that like you're not up about an hour before anyway.
Yeah, so I got up quite early. Did a few work emails between like 4 and 5.
Yeah.
Then set off, drove up to Glasgow, had a full day's meeting. Then you have a catch up, don't you, after the meeting? So we ended up having some food in the hotel, and I was just knackered. Then at the early night for me, and then I was up early this morning, had another full day, and then drove back. So yeah, it's a bit tiring. But like I say, next time I go up, I think I'm gonna go into town. I think it's been a while since I've been in Glasgow town centre, city centre. So
Yeah.
I might have to go and have a wander and see what we can pick up there. And yeah.
So when I was in the loft the other day and I was pulling down some of these TV series, there was a few of them that I need to get around to watching again. And I think the first one was Hercules, because obviously I've got the Xena the Princess Warrior. So I thought I don't remember watching this. I remember watching it in the 90s, but I don't remember anything about it. And the Blade series. Now, the fact that it lasted like one season, I don't think it's probably that great. But I think I need to give it a go.
The reason why it only lasted one series is because they're bringing them back in film, aren't they?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, this is what this wasn't that long ago, was it? 2008.
2001, wasn't it?
Well, this came out in 2008, so it might have been early 2000s, yeah. I would imagine after probably mid movies, wasn't it? It looks pretty cool, though. Look,
you picked up the Gerard Butler, Beowulf, and Grandel.
Yeah.
I picked that up the other week, and I wasn't a big fan of it. That was one of the things I traded in.
Fair enough. 1 second. The Futurama's just got on a burner. And it says the reason why I don't like those fucking cases. There you go. I'll sort it out in a minute. Yeah, these cases for like Futurama and stuff, I hate them. They're just ridiculously lazy. But yeah, I'd never heard of it, and then I looked at it. I was like, "That's Gerard Butler, that is."
Yeah.
So,
lazy.
I was like, for £1, I was like, I'm having that.
Yeah, you get 90p trading.
What's that for that?
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, I'll be 10p out then, won't I? So it's not going to be too bad.
No.
But yeah, I just. There we go. I just
thought they were talking Ant-Man before.
Yeah.
In the chat, and I really enjoyed it. It's not. It's a good start to the phase. You know, it's a good introduction to the bad guy and stuff like that. And I think you'd enjoy it. That's all I'm going to say on it, because you've got to watch it now before I see you on the 25th, and then we can have a chat about it.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, I'm not going into it expecting a lot, you know. But in the same breath, I enjoy the movies for what they are. So when it does come out,
I avoided all trailers for Ant-Man, because Marvel have got this habit of ruining it with the trailer.
Yeah.
And I completely avoided everything to do with it. Yeah. And like I say, I did really enjoy it. Parts of it was funny. I think Paul Rudd was just superb as Ant-Man. But Wasp, I wasn't a big fan of Wasp in this one. But apparently they've cut so much of Wasp out that it doesn't make sense.
Right. Okay. So long as you're not ruining it for anybody, Steve.
No, I'm not ruining it. In my opinion, you could probably do that film without including her at all.
Really?
Yeah. But you know, like I say, we won't talk much about it anyway, because You haven't seen it yet.
No. I said I finally got round to that Quiet on the Western Front today, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was very gritty, very dark. You know, I mean, obviously, a lot of the movies nowadays are sort of Hollywood sort of style, aren't they? For those sort of movies. But I mean, this was a German movie with a German director with German actors, but obviously very, very well done, dubbed wise for English.
So totally agree. Reading, I don't know why we get 4 trailers that are 3 minutes long, showing us all different clips of the film, and you're like, by the time you've put the 4 trailers together, you've got practically a third of the movie.
Yeah,
and they leave nothing to your imagination about what's actually going on in the film either.
No, I totally agree with you. It's not movie related, but I did pick up some cups this week. I think it's just because I used to go there when I was a child, but they are definitely vintage. But Jodrell Bank.
That's not far from me, that.
No, it's the 200-foot radio telescope is set in a rural country of Cheshire, about 20 miles south of Manchester.
Yeah. Have you never been to Jodrell Bank?
Yeah, I went as a child. That's what prompted me, because they were only like 50p each or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, yeah, I'm never going to use them, but I thought it'd be cool for maybe resale at some point. I think there's one on there for like 25, but pick them up.
Yeah, that's a series I've never watched, the Ozark, and I don't really know anything about it. But if you've seen it's all right, I might give it a go.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I've never actually got around to it, to be honest. Being there, Sherry says, I think most people who live in that vicinity has been to Jodrell Bank, usually as a school trip, I would imagine. I think we might have gone as a school trip. But yeah, I couldn't believe it. We were in a blooming charity shop in Grantham, for crying out loud.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. See, he does love me. He does love me.
There you go, see. I got my juice that I'd already pre-made and that was sat downstairs.
No.
But have you watched anything good this week?
I finished watching Battlestar Galactica last week.
Oh yeah.
So I started watching Caprica. Do you know the series, the spin-off series about the original fall or the original war 58 years before the Battlestar Galactica remake? So I started watching that yesterday while I was in the hotel room. But because it was such a long day, I fell asleep yesterday about 8 o'clock. But then I woke up at 11 o'clock and then put film 4 on to watch Godfather.
Did you really?
So it was on film 4 last night, part 1. Part 2 is on tonight at 9 o'clock. So I was like,
You've seen them though, yes?
I have seen them. Yeah, definitely seen them. Yeah, but like I say, it's one of the few films that I could actually drop a remote for. Do you know when you're flicking through Freeview?
Yeah.
And you're trying to find someone to watch, and it just happens the Godfather was on. And no, to be fair, I haven't been watching anything good as of late. I've been trying to find the next big thing, you know, in the world cinema on Netflix, but there's no series that's really taking me fancy at the moment.
No. Like I say, I mean, I'm struggling to find stuff on Netflix. Apart from the stuff that I've got saved, it's been out a while. I'm struggling to find anything new. I know it was mentioned earlier on about that, The Fall. It's a decent little movie, but it's one of those that you just have to turn your brain off, really.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best way I can describe it. It's definitely from the I want to say the producers or the director of 48 Meters Down. So it gives you an idea of what sort of movie you're watching if you haven't already watched it. It's one of those movies.
But I watched. Do you know the funny thing is that I've been trying to get through my Blu-rays, haven't I? So I'm watching the ones that I own.
Yeah.
But so far this week, I've watched Gladiator on Netflix, which I own on Blu-ray. I've watched The Raid 1 and 2 on Netflix, which I own on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
It just seems as soon as I've got a film in mind and I find it on Blu-ray, it ends up on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like I've just wasted my money buying the Blu-rays. Well, The Raid 1 and 2, you sent me them, didn't you? Because you got the
Yeah.
steel books.
Yeah.
So it was like, so I'm trying not to watch stuff that I own on Netflix, if you see what I mean.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the thing is, though, there is quite a. I was thinking about this the other day. Like, a lot of when I go through my DVDs, and I will be at some point, because obviously they've mounted up over time. I'm going to be looking for the sort of obscure stuff to keep hold of. The sort of generic stuff. If it's not already gone, it will be gone. But it's the obscure stuff. You're never going to see them on these platforms. Do you know what I mean? There's really. It's just. I don't know. I'm trying to think of an example, but I don't know. Maybe something like these two. I don't know. Maybe like Slapshot. Is that going to be on there at some point for us? Probably in America, not so much here. Black Lightning. This sort of stuff is the stuff I'm going to keep hold of, rather than your sort of generic sort of. I don't know. I know for a fact that's on at least one of the streaming, which is Inside Job. Which is a really good sort of documentary movie thing, but. When I do go through them, it's not going to be worth keeping.
Yeah. Oh, Chris, cheeky bastard.
What's he for?
Oh, thanks for joining, BS. Oh, yeah, and Gareth talking about dropping the dead weight before. I did see your comment.
No, he said just that. I mean, I was getting absolutely roasted on Chris's live the other day because he couldn't figure out that I wasn't the one that was bloody poorly.
No, do you know why that was? It's because you never told us that they were ill. So we were reading the comments thinking, what the is everybody going on about? And so much for you being one of our close friends, and letting us into what's going on.
I was working.
So I had the same thing going, who's ill here? Why is everyone saying, hope you're better, Steve? And then Chris obviously reads it the same way I read it. So it's you.
I told you because I'd literally, Sarah was on with Andrew on Friday, and she was going on about Barney. So I jumped on because I had a story about Barney. I was like, look, guys, I can't stick around because Little one's poorly, and then that sort of brought all the questions. So they already knew before going into the chat that Leo wasn't very well, bless him. Yeah. But like I say, we got sort of rang out of hours at 9 o'clock, and they said, oh, he's got to be seen within 6 hours. And then they rang Lou up at 3 o'clock in the morning to say, can you bring him into out of hours at 4 o'clock in the morning? So I woke up going to work on the Saturday morning, and he sat down. They both sat downstairs with a blooming Mackey's breakfast. I'm like, all right, cheers. Thanks for that. I'm off to work now, starving. So that's sort of the kick off of it, really.
I totally agree with Baz here, because if you go to Netflix and you scroll down, there is like it's got foreign TV series or foreign world cinema.
They've definitely, yeah.
They're definitely. It's not like when we first got like Squid Games and Alice in Borderland, where it sort of just dropped in.
No,
you've got a whole section of it now. Yeah. One that I did watch, if you haven't seen it, was Wandering Earth. That was absolutely superb, and the special effects on it for an hour and 50-minute movie just blows most things that we've been getting over here out the water. And it's a little film, and it's like Space Sweepers. That's another one.
Yeah.
But they're all coming back now, and Netflix have got them on their own little platform, and they're dead easy to find. But it's just finding a good one. But yeah, I'm sure I'll find one, but I just haven't got the time at the moment.
Yeah, well, like I say, I mean, I there's a lot of the stuff now I'm not particularly interested on there. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of different world cinema stuff, which is great. It really is. It's a step in the right direction, so long as they don't start focusing on everything else but what we actually enjoy watching. It's make sure it's sort of fair. Sharon, I'm just going to say there. What's that? Western Shite and remakes. Yeah, I suppose there is that, Chris. I was just going to say, obviously, Lindsay and Alvin, I think I saw a thing saying that they've got a live on Friday night. So, yeah, make sure you check that bad boy out. Say 8:30, was it? I'd read or something like that.
Is that instead of Andrew or with Andrew?
Well, the thing is that you can't be sure that Andrew's going to be there. You go. Yeah, sorry, 8:30. You can't be sure that Andrew's going to be doing a live. He's done like 2 in a row now, hasn't he? So he might be. You don't know if he's busy or not. I hope we're on that list there, Lindsay. I'd like to think so. So, has anyone seen that series that they fall through a sinkhole in the pit? No. What the hell is that? Is that some world cinema stuff there, Chris? You're talking about?
Sounds quite interesting, though.
Yeah, definitely. Yes, here we go. Yes, thank you, Steve. It's in place of Andrew. No, he's not here and has sponsored us. There you go. Right. There you go, Steve. That's something for us to definitely watch on Friday night now.
I thought you were doing another I thought you were doing another reseller's trick there in stealing someone's time slot.
No, how dare you? How dare you? Thanks, guys. I'm only messing, but I really appreciate that. Thank you. I think it's foreign. How do you think it's foreign? Is it lip synced? Can you tell straight off the bat, or is it in a language that you don't understand?
I don't know.
Time Trap. Yeah, I think that's what Baz said. I think it's Time Trap. That's interesting. I might give that a try.
So CEX, right?
Yep.
Buy a Prisoner box set, right?
Here we go.
The DVD with the book, right? Showing you it when I picked it up. I haven't even opened it, right? So I take it into my CEX here at Ellesmere Port, and so can't take that; it's too scratched. I feel like saying to them, don't you? You've sold me that in that condition, you know. And In Time is another one. The film In Time with Justin Timberlake. Scanned it on the app. It said you get 90p for it. £2 for it was. Sorry.
Yeah.
Took it. By the time I took it from home up into town, she said can't trade that in now. It's discontinued and not printed anymore, so we're not accepting them. On the website, you said you do. What? I just wish to just make the flipping mind up of what they're actually going to do up there.
So what is it? The Prisoner? Did you say?
The Prisoner.
The Patrick McGowan one.
This one.
Yeah.
So I paid £10 for it.
Yeah.
They're now trading in at £7 because they're selling them at 15 now.
Yeah,
so it's gone up a five. It's gone up a £5 since I got it, but it's got the DVDs and a collection book that goes through all the producing of the show and all the special details of the show and stuff.
Yeah.
So I thought, you know what? I haven't watched it. I'll get the majority of my money back on it now. But she says it's too scratched. You want to trade it in?
Keep hold of it, and I'll get them cleaned. Sorry, yeah, he's wrecked his brains. Okay, never mind. He's broken. His brain's broken. It's called Le Bray. Okay. It's called okay. That really says to me straight away that it is a foreign program. That sort of screams French, or at least something along that sort of lines, doesn't it?
It might be foreign.
Who knows?
Who knows?
But he's going to tell us about it.
Is that the new game on our channel? Is it foreign or not?
The mother and the son fall into an unexplainable primeval. I think might have seen a trailer for this, you know. Because one of the things on my bloody telly now is this new telly I've got. It's like a newest version of the Netflix app. So everything you click on has a bloody trailer. Whereas before it wasn't like that. It was the old LG one. It just didn't have anything other than just the actual pictures of it. Whereas this, like, the second you click on something, there's no way you can do it in silence because it kicks up a trailer.
Yeah,
I think I've watched the trailer of this.
I was watching the trailer for 65 the other day.
Oh yeah, what do you make of it?
That looks really, really good. I'm just hoping they're not showing us the best part of the film. You know, because it's sort of like Outlander meets Jurassic Park type of sort of arena for me.
Yeah, in fact, actually, that's just reminded me. I'll clean that one. I've got some of the sticky mildew stuff on this, and I was meaning to clean it. I've got my new favourite stuff obviously up here now. So
yeah, that's definitely a cinema job, Chris. I agree with you on that one. The next one we're going to the cinema to see is Shazam 2, The Fury of the Gods.
Oh yeah,
and then 65. That'll be the one that I'll go and see by myself.
Just the one ticket.
You're
going to be that guy, aren't you? You're going to be the guy that literally uses his free voucher a month.
Yeah, one ticket, one lard, one ticket, one mega Fanta, and 2 hot dogs with firecracker sauce, please.
Bloody hell.
Me.
What movie is this? Chris sounds like it didn't say. Did you not say TV series?
Yeah, but we were talking about 65 as well.
Oh yeah.
Someone doesn't listen. Do you know? Someone doesn't for the amount of bitching he did about me not being here. He doesn't actually listen to a word I say, does he?
It's because when you're here, I can just switch off. That's what it is.
Yeah. I've been talking too much and I need me juice.
Hey.
And that was 5 minutes into the show, that was.
You can sod right off. I've been on a bloody high all day. Look, 14.9 now. Bloody high all day. Thank you very much. Which makes you thirsty. Anything else you want to take the piss of? There you go.
To be fair, I stopped watching Scream.
You got too complex for him.
About 3 movies in, because how unfortunate could Sydney be to have so many psychotic ex-boyfriends or mates or ex-lovers of her mum's that wants to come back and try and kill her?
There does come a point where it sort of seems to be heard, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You're like, is it just me, or is
Do you know when she's on Tinder and she's swiping through personal attributes? Are you a mass murderer? Yes. Okay, I'm swiping left on you. You know, I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's yeah, I know what you're saying, but I don't know. This one looks slightly different though. It's a bit it's because it's based in a different area, isn't it? It's
but she's still in it though, isn't she?
I think Thingy is she called
Goofy Dewey.
Dewey.
Dewey, that's the one.
Dewey. It's not a freaking documentary. Nice one, Baz.
I don't know. If it was a Netflix documentary, we'd have 3 episodes looking at different ways, and you never know what was true or what wasn't.
That's right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where is it? Oh god, I know exactly what you mean. That's This is Sydney. Sydney has had a lot of bad luck recently.
Yeah.
It's no Sydney since number 4. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but it's only number 6, so it's only 2 films she's not been in it.
I don't know, but I like I say, I don't mind the franchise. It's not bad. It's just so long as it doesn't get too modern day. With
To carried on,
yeah. Well, maybe.
you know, another
Maybe.
Fast and the Furious.
Hey, do not diss the Fast and the Furious, okay?
No, well, we were talking about it in movie
Very
news the
intellectual
other week.
movies, yeah.
What?
They're very intellectual movies.
We were talking about it in movie news the other week, weren't we? That Fast 10 is not going to be the last one, but it's going to set up Fast 11 to be the last film.
Yeah.
So, what's the point of watching
yeah.
Fast 10?
All right. You ran in. Right, there's that. Right, give him a sec. Oh, jeez. Leo, you want to go downstairs?
No. Come on.
Go downstairs with Mummy.
No more Rick and Morty.
No, you're not having Rick and Morty. Oh, yeah.
Cheers, Sharon. Thank you very much.
You're not having Rick and Morty. You go downstairs. Okay?
Rick and Morty.
I know, it's there. But you're not having it.
Ah, yes, Rick and Morty is there.
Jesus.
Rick and Morty.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Look.
Come on.
Look at Daddy. Rick and Morty.
Yes, I know. Come on.
Come on.
Come on, downstairs. Oh, my Lord, he needs to come change. Bloody hell. Hey, he's just come in, wanted Rick and Morty, but he's definitely had a poo, so I can now smell it in this very small room that I've just closed the door in. So that's nice.
Caused quite the scare, little Steve. Thought it was a ghost face.
I'll tell you what, one of the funniest things for that is he has a habit of coming into our bed about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. But like you can just see this silhouette at the door. You sort of you're half asleep, sort of wondering what the hell's going on, and you just see this silhouette of him at the door. I'm like, oh my God. But then he now gets in the habit of shutting the door behind him as if to say, I ain't moving once I'm in here. Hey, Jilly. So, absolute nightmare, that child. But, wouldn't change him.
Right. Steve, I'm going to shoot off, mate, because, like I said, I'm up again early tomorrow. So, but, ladies and gents, if we put the link in the chat, someone please come and keep this man company, because he's done a great job filling in this evening and I appreciate it, and we should be back to normal next week. So I apologize. Do you know at the end of the stream last week I did say, so do you know what, I forgot to mention the fact that I might not be here this week, and you should have seen his face drop when he realized he had to do it again by himself.
Yeah, I just get to the point where I'm just fed up of him not turning up at night at times. You know what I mean?
No, well, I've told you, we'll quite happily. I do all the free records and you do all the lives. I'll be happy with that.
I wouldn't be.
It's not
normal here. That's true.
There is a phenomenal amount of work that goes into producing the live streams, when we do all the segments and stuff like that. So Steve, I do appreciate you picking it up when I can't be here, mate. So yeah.
Well, I'm not used to this flattery. Just let me just soak this in. Go on, carry on.
Listen here, dickhead.
Take care, buddy.
I'll see you all soon.
All right, mate. Take care. Oh, bless him. Thanks for copying on, sod. He's still in the background. He's still there. Yeah, all right. I can't do that now, can I? I can't do that right now. Twat. Yep, there we go. That bullying behaviour again. He'll be on in a second just to prove he's not. I'm currently making school pack. Oh, aye. School pack lunches. Oh, that's one of the bugbears of doing that in the morning for Leo, to be honest with you. I always sort of do it last minute and it's rushing around. But yeah, I don't envy you there, really, mate. Oh, bless him. But yeah, I've sort of lost my train of thought now. But has anybody got any questions? Anything you want to ask us? Keep me entertained for the next 20 minutes or so. I don't mind answering. Oh gosh. I did go in and trade that house in eventually, so I'm happy now. I've just got the bigger box set now. I traded that other one in. I just need to figure out somewhere to fit it. There we go. That'll do there for now. I move them over. I almost started the tune of Rugrats then. Oh, dug in it. Do 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 do. Is that stuck in anybody's head now? You're welcome. What else was there? If there was anything else I picked up, I couldn't leave this for like a couple of quid, so I'll pick this one up. This is the Monty Python's the four set, Meaning of Life up. So you got the 4 movies on there. So that's brand new and sealed. So I might shove that on eBay or something. But I picked that up for a couple of quid. I don't know how many times I bought this, but I still haven't got around to watching it. I did keep trading them in. Let me just take the sticker off. This sort of stuff, I get them every so often. I end up trading them in, but I need to get around to trying to watch them. There's loads of them now. Here's one that I've never. I think I remember watching this. I think it was on in the 90s. It was 1982 though, the actual program, but it's a complete series of We'll Meet Again. Susanna York, that's who I remember from it. That's a series that's obviously wartime. Again, that was, well, someone's put £5 on the side. It definitely wasn't £5. But I picked it up thinking it might be worth trading, but it really isn't. But it's a Granada production, so I might give it a try at some point. Yeah, Kathy, I haven't seen any of them. I keep getting this. I've got a few of them now. I keep meaning to sort of spend a bit of time watching them. Before I know it, they'll be on Netflix, I would imagine, once I bloody own the things. But if anybody remembers this We'll Meet Again, let me know, because I'm sure it was on in the 90s on TV, ITV. Stickers, they're a vein in my life stickers. Well, it's not too bad, but yeah, We'll Meet Again. So I picked that one up. Like 4-disc set, I think it is. Yeah, 4 discs. Let's see if there's anything else I picked up. I like this one. This was pretty cool. I mean, this is obviously from Asda, but I got a Schindler's List box set. This was 50p. And I need to try and get into it. Oh, there we go. Right. So yeah, I think it's a 2-disc box set, is it? Is it 2 discs? Yeah. Great Season Series 1 and 2 then. What's that? You've got 10 seconds to get a DVD based on the phrase, save the cheerleader. Oh, okay. 10 seconds, is that it? I'm not going to get it out. Well, it's stuck. There you go. I do enjoy them. I did tail off a bit towards the back end of series 3 and 4. But then because I started watching that, I never really got into it, the Reborn series. But yeah, that's not too bad. At least it was nice and close. Yeah, like I say, Kathy, it was season 1 and 2 was. I really enjoyed them, especially the first season. That was like something I'd never seen before. But then it went a bit daft after that, like all the carnival stuff. Yeah, sorry, Neil, but I didn't read the comment until that point. But yeah, I had 10 seconds from when I read it. How about that? Will that do? Catch me outside. How about that? What was I just about to say? Another one was that was like the Prison Break. I enjoyed the Prison Break series, but the first series was by far the best one. Reborn looked like it was going to be good. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying, Kathy. I watched the first couple of episodes of that, and it weren't too bad. And then I just it just fell off. I was trying to think what was the other series that was like that. I don't know if it's up there actually. It might be. Just let me see if that's why I can't bloody find the Planet of the Apes, because they're up there. Yeah, well, that's far too high. That's definitely not going to be it. This is going to be an accident on YouTube. 1 second. There we go. That's another series that was really good. Never really got anything more than sort of one series. The Cape. You ever get a chance to watch that? It's got some good names in it. But that was a good series to watch. It was quite a short one, but it's enjoyable. And I managed to put that at the very top as well. Never mind. From big writer's strike around that time. Maybe that's it. Health and safety. Yeah. I did a quick health and safety assessment there, Jilly. But yeah, that was definitely. I could have definitely fell off there, and that probably would have made another clip for Steve to shove all over the internet. What else was there? I wish they'd do another series of Sherlock, because I enjoy Sherlock. I've still got to finish Banshee. I was enjoying that. I think I was up to series 3 on that. There's so much to watch. I still need to finish the original Dexter, and then I've got the New Blood version as well. Just see if there's anything else. Oh, Line of Duty. That's another one I want them to do another series. Obviously, it's going to take another year or so before they bring that one out. Yeah. Anyway, go on. If you've got any other questions, anything else? Never finished uni, so it was in the 90s he went back to finish his degree. Schindler's List was his dissertation. Really? No, that's a really interesting fact, that, to be honest. I say I've got it on Blu-ray, but I'm a bit of a sucker when it comes to like a nice case or an extra disc, because I like to watch the extras on stuff. I say I watched that thing earlier today, and there was actually another program about the making of it, which was really good. This is one of the things that I think when you're looking at sort of media, streaming media and stuff, you miss a lot of that stuff. You know, whenever I watch a decent movie, and I think, you know what, I can't wait for that to come out, because it'll be it'll have some. I can't wait to see the extras as well. You know, and that's a lot of the time why I'll buy a lot of these the media, is because they usually have some really decent sort of extras on there as well, which are quite informative, and I like how things are done. It was really interesting to watch, especially that earlier about All Quiet on the Western Front, how they made it. It was really interesting. What's that? Alphas was an excellent series, but they didn't renew it for 4th season. They just, and that's. I'd like to see some of these series where they actually just. I mean, there's a few that have finished them off. I'd rather they finish them off than just try and keep them going. You know, I mean, there's been a few recently. Prison Break's another one where I still stand by the fact that they did really well with that. How that ended was definitely a sort of standard as to how they should end a series. But a lot of these series get cancelled well before they should. And then some of them just drag on longer than they should as well. So, what's that? Do you like musicals? If so, what's your favourite? I do like musicals. Steve always has a go at me for that, but I do like them. I'm going to have to be a bit biased and say the obviously Phantom of the Opera is my favourite. I saw it with my nana when I was about 13, I think, in the theatres. I've loved it ever since, but my wife's never actually seen it live. So, like I say, for our anniversary, I booked it a few years ago and it got cancelled. So we're going again. We're going to London this time to hopefully enjoy it. But I don't mind the musical films. Probably something like Grease. I'm a bit of a sucker for Grease. I like Grease, and I like Grease 2 as well. I think the songs in that are pretty cool. I like. Well, here's one for you. I like Moulin Rouge. That's another good one. But yeah, I'm quite. I like all of them really. There's not really many I don't like. A Star Is Born. That's another one that I enjoyed. I suppose it's got music in it, hasn't it? Really. We Loved Alphas. I've never seen it, Kathy. Honestly, I need to have a look into that. Wish the Terra Nova unforgettable. Yeah, it's true. I love both moments. Okay. Here we go. Oh, thanks for the suggestion. Yeah. That's very true. Steve's is Into the Woods. He loves that movie. I think that between that and The Greatest Showman, he's torn between it. When is Steve in this video? Never not sure. Don't hold your breath. Yeah, cheers, mate. It's quality, not quantity. Remember that, mate. Just remember, if I have to watch another video of Starship Troopers or Halo or something, I might have to pull my eyes out. But I love you really. Phantom of the Opera. I love Phantom of the Opera. Never seen it live, but yeah. So we've obviously got the Gerard Butler one. In fact, I've got a piece of the curtain that Rich sent to me for Lou. I don't know if it's because I need to put it in. Might be in this. I'm not sure. Let me just double check. No, it's not in this one. Rich sent it me for Lou as a surprise because it's actually from the curtain of the movie in the theatre. But yeah, the P. Where is it? Where is my stuff? There we go. So I've got the Phantom of the Opera 25th anniversary. Love Never Dies. This is the one that she loves. I've never actually seen it. I didn't really fancy it when it came out, but she reckons it's a good add-on to the story. I have got something else. I've got the actual movie as well somewhere. But yeah, it's a favourite in the house. But I think Lou's watched it that many times. I'm sick of seeing the actual movie. Not seeing it still. Is that bad? Sorry, but what? Sorry, but I thought. Yeah, well, this is it. I mean, some of the songs in it, it's debatable, isn't it? You know, I mean, it's a cheesy film. There's no getting around it. It's awesome. Again, it's another one that we really enjoy. Grease 2 is great, but a lot of people hated it. I love them both. I'm glad somebody else is standing up for it because I got absolutely slagged off for that a few months back. He's in denial. He's in denial, I'm telling you. Yeah, I hope. Yeah, I think that's a good suggestion, Neil. I think Steve needs to take note of that one, as we definitely need to put that on the wheel, just so he can enjoy it again. See, he's coming on, causing all this controversy. Right, we already. Now we need to review it again. I think it's. I think for all those new subscribers, Steve, we need to put it on there and review it, and we need to go through it again. Grease's movies are supposed to be cheesy, and that's the point, isn't it? It's like, I mean, another one is like Dirty Dancing and stuff like that. I get absolutely annihilated for liking stuff like that. But it's a cheesy movie. I enjoy it. It's I mean, there's a reason that they've stood the test of time, aren't they? Some of these. Is that the one with the two of them in? Yeah. So that's my Grease set. I've never really checked out the live, but the other two I wanted. Dirty Dancing is awesome too. Showman, Greatest Showman, not Grease. I do like a good musical. I think the reason why you're asking this now is purely because Steve would be shutting this conversation right down, wouldn't he? But have you got any musicals that you would suggest? Because I mean, yes, absolutely, Lindsay and Alvin, yes. We need to put that on the wheel, Steve. I know you're still here because it's not gone 9 o'clock. You need to put Grease 2 and The Greatest Showman on the wheel. And if you don't, I'm going to remind you. I'd really enjoy that. But let's see if there's anything else you can. What else can you suggest that I watch on? I watch on musicals, and I'll tell you if I've seen them or not. I've got quite a collection of soundtracks building up here. Like I've got. These are ones that I've purchased recently as well. I've got a load up in the loft. Some weird stuff. Weird ones. But I'm sure I've got duplicates. I'm absolutely positive I have, you know. Hey, Rich. I caught you live earlier on. Eventually, I watched it back anyway. But I hope you're okay. You seem like you're a lot better this week than you obviously were poorly. That's the reprise. I only got that for the charity shop because it was 25p. Otherwise, I would not have bothered with that because that is an absolute blatant rip-off of the actual soundtrack. If it wasn't for the fact that it was 25p, I wouldn't have bought it. Let's have a look. So, keep everybody interested. Me, myself, and Irene. The Full Monty. Peter Pan. Schindler's List. The James Bond collection. There's loads of these about. Loads of different versions of that. The Godfather. All charity shop finds. Back to the Future. Charlie's Angels. Pulp Fiction. I must have about 4 copies of this, but I love the songs on it. Gladiator. There's only really possibly one song on that I like to listen to, which is the Now We're Free. Don't ask me why. Bridget Jones's Diary 2. American Beauty. Steve's, the Blues Brothers. I'm sure he's probably got a copy of that anyway. The Irishman. That was a nice surprise, that movie. The Wedding Singer. Again, I probably got about 4 copies of that. I love the songs on that. Dusk Till Dawn. Ashes to Ashes. Little Shop of Horrors. One of my favourite musicals. One of my favourites. Cruel Intention. Braveheart. Again. One I listen to all the time. That one. Now, I enjoyed that musical episode, but I haven't watched it in a long time, so I'm not sure it'll hold up, to be honest. Titanic. Again, I probably got a few copies of that. Don't ask me why, but I got friends. The Spy Who Shagged Me. Really, really good 80s movie. Buster. Phil Collins and his soundtracks are really good on that. Sister Act, another great movie. And again, Charlie's Angels. I forgot Charlie's Angels twice. Yeah, I don't know why I picked that one up. But yeah, there's the Wedding Singer, the songs on that. Songs he sings at the appraisal thing. Yeah. Let's have a. Where is it? There he is. Yeah. There's actually 2 versions of the soundtrack. There's this one, and then there's Volume 2, which has a few different songs on it from the movie, which is pretty cool. Stickers, I hate them. Video Killed the Radio Star. What's it called? Where is it? Yeah, I think it's on the second one actually. No, it's not. Somebody Kill Me by Adam Sandler. That's the one. That's funny. There's some really good songs on that though. There's some good songs on that, and like I say, the Volume 2 is pretty cool. Buster, Two Minds, yeah. Two Hearts, yes, Two Minds, is it? Yeah. Both Sister Acts, yeah. Are they doing another one? I got a feeling I've read somewhere that they should do another one. But that was good. Dusk Till Dawn, yep. Like, it's definitely one of the soundtracks I like to listen to the most, really, when it comes to movie soundtracks. Buster. As soon as the Blu-ray came out, I had that on pre-order. But you've got some really cool songs on here. You've got Loco in Acapulco. What have we got? Groovy Kind of Love. Two Hearts. There's loads. There's Jerry and the Pacemakers. Dusty Springfield. Loads on there. Is there another one? Not sure it will be the same. Yeah, I think that. Well, this is the thing now. Is that obviously there's been a little bit of success, haven't they, around obviously having sequels come out 20 or 30 years down the line. So yeah, I've got a feeling that they're doing something with that. Are you going to? I've guessed. That's the question. I've guessed onions for Friday. I've not really had a good listen to that one, to be honest. It's although I enjoyed the movie, I think the problem is with that movie is when you sort of know what's happening, you don't get the same experience watching it multiple times. But I do enjoy the movie. I just don't. I wouldn't normally just put it on. Hello, no, we're not having guests. You're not having guests on. Oh, shocking. But yeah, there's just a few of them. I've picked up. Oh, hang on a second. I might have to send one to Steve because I've just realised I've got another one. So if he hasn't already got it, I'll send it to him. I'll give it him next time when I see him in a few weeks. What are those ones? Oh, these are just my Disney ones. So I've got a Disney World Resort Celebration one and the Festival Lion King. Who has CDs anymore, honestly? I'm confused. Oh, yes. What are you confused about? The onions? Or are you having guests on? Stop talking about Fight Club. Yeah, that's the first rule, isn't it? Will you be for 30 years? Good sequel. Yeah, it was. I enjoyed that. Trainspotting 2. I was a bit dubious, but I actually really enjoyed it. It's one that I'd definitely go back and watch again. Trainspotting 2. We're doing more Q&A sort of thing on Friday. Tomorrow. You're doing it tomorrow. Has lots of questions regarding the law and tips, etc. All right, okay. Well, that'll be interesting. The onions was part. That confused me because Andrew really loves onions. He hates them, absolutely hates them. So if you're replacing Andrew's live, then onions need to be a mandatory thing. Me, I have CDs. Just bought some cassettes and VHS tapes. Well, like me, and folks like me, we're all living in the 90s still. Then, by the looks of it, Neil. There isn't much value though, surely, in cassettes, and some there is some in. I suppose with cassettes and VHS, there is some in only in a few, but not in everything, is there? Like CDs though, I mean, I've got some CDs, I've got some soundtracks up in the loft from 1,000 Corpses is one of them, I think. It's worth about 30-40 quid. Last time I checked, so there is value in some of them, but I just think I'd rather get the soundtracks and obviously the Now albums. That's like an endless thing, the Now albums. But other than that, I try and sort of steer away from them if I can. But it doesn't help when it's like 4 for £1 and there's only one I want. So I end up with a load. So I'm gonna have to do a bit of sieving through, I think, at some point. No, I didn't, mate. I'm gonna wait until I come down. It's not worth me sending, to be honest. What's that? Now I get it. Yes, he said to go for it in his place. And when I put a post on Instagram, he commented, "Sponsored by." Hey Tori, nice to see you. Lovely to see you. I hope you're well. The first thing is Fight Club. People think there is only one twist. If you read the book, you'll know. Honestly, I've got that many books. I don't have enough time in the day to watch things, let alone read things. But I struggle with books. I can't take it in. If I don't, I think the thing is that if I'm reading it constantly, then it's fine. But if I don't read it for a few days, I sort of forget what I've read, which sounds really weird. But I'm sure it's some bloody on set of something down the line. Honestly, my mind's like a sieve sometimes. I think I get overwhelmed a bit, just in general nowadays, to be honest. The VHS and cassettes for the Now albums, so not bothered about value. VHS and cassettes for my okay, cool. So I've got a couple of the Now albums on cassette. You don't see them very often though, surprisingly. I've been keeping my eyes peeled for Steelbooks DVDs. Oh, thank you. When doing I really appreciate that. Like I say, it's difficult because I've got quite a few Steelbooks now. But if you see anything, just honestly give me a shout. I'd really appreciate it. Because they are about. And I've been very lucky to have, like, Kathy's done it for me, and Cherry and Steve's done it for me. You know, if you see anything, they sort of give me an heads up, see if I want to get any of them. Yeah, please don't forget the like, guys, if you can. That really would help the channel. I can't believe there's 22 people in. Jesus. But thank you so much, everybody. 1 minute, 1 hour 30. Everyone the same, Steve. Don't worry. Honestly, just unbelievable amount. I'm so forgetful at the minute. I'm trying to get my head right. I forget. Did you like Steve? Honestly, I can't do these things on my own all the time because he keeps finding pictures of me from years ago. I mean, obviously, I'm still looking relatively young, you know. At least my mum tells me that. But no, mate. Honestly, I didn't like the picture. Yet again, you found another one. So shadow shifts. Oh, okay. So yeah, okay, that's interesting. But yeah, I find myself in a bit of a routine now where I go around the charity shops pretty much every 4 off just to see if there's anything in there. And it does pay off sometimes. It's nice to get the hunt, you know what I mean? And like the box set for the house that I found last week, I'd gone in for 2 days before and there was nothing there. And then literally the day after, someone just brought it in. So I managed to get that for £3. I was well chuffed with that. So it definitely pays off. But just sometimes I go in there and it's a bit disheartening, especially when I'm looking for movies and stuff. But then there's some of them I have duplicates of because I couldn't leave them in there. Oh, hey up. That didn't take long. There we go. Bye-bye. What's that? Men's... Oh, yes, Men's Cosmetic on The Apprentice tonight. Yeah, we've not got long for that, have we? Can't wait to see Heavy turn green. It's frustrating that at the minute, because there seems to be the wrong people going pretty much every week at the minute. But yeah, I'm looking forward to watching that. I wasn't sure which Steve it was in the thumbnail. Oh, thanks, Baz. Appreciate that, mate. Laters all. Take care. Thank you for coming in, mate. Have a good week. Take care of yourself. That's great. Sorry. Yeah, night, Baz. Okay, guys. Well, I'm gonna, unless you've got any other questions for me, I'm thinking I might wrap it up soon. So if you want, bloody hell, 23 people. Thank you. If you do want anything answered or you got any questions, just give us a shout. Otherwise, I'll think about wrapping it up because I've got to do me insulin in a minute anyway. And then obviously it's Apprentice, so I might give that one a go. Try and watch it. I watched it I ended up, I think last week was because we were doing this, and then I think I had a phone call with my nana and stuff, and then it was like 10 o'clock before I watched it, and then we had to watch Love Island after that because Lou wanted to watch that. So it was like bloody midnight before we went to bed. So, but these things don't run for that long usually, do they? So it'll be over in a few weeks. Oh, thanks, Tori. I appreciate it. What's that? The Apprentice Facebook face group. I want him to be interviewed. That's one of the best bits between that and the what am I trying to say? Words out of my mouth. The episode where they have to go and source things in places that they have absolutely no idea what they're sourcing. that's probably between that and them absolutely getting a grilling on the interviews. I'm sure sometimes they keep people in it just because the interviews are going to absolutely be horrendous. But yeah, they are good. They're my favourite ones. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, guys. And don't forget to go check them out tomorrow at 8:30. I will be watching, keeping an eye, and I'm looking forward to that one, guys. Thank you. It's one of those things. It's a yearly tradition for us now in this house. I'm afraid, Neil. We have to, yeah, the treasure hunt one. That's the one, Kathy. we have to watch it every year. But every single year, you're thinking the same things. I know a lot of it's scripted nowadays, but you know, you're thinking the same things. You're like, you could do such a better job than what they did. You know what I mean? It's so bad, so bad. But then, like I say, the ones that I think it was the ones that won it last year. She had another business partner, which was a bit of a dodgy situation because obviously he was going into business with her as a partner, and she actually had a sister working with her as well. Oh, bless her. Well, I hope she gets some rest. Yeah, it's been a while. So she needs to come back on now. We do miss her. But thank you very much, everybody. I really appreciate it tonight. Thanks for keeping me company, and hopefully you enjoyed it. I'm going to select this and take care of yourselves. Please give us a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Take care, everyone. Bye.